We're back. This is the Go
We
Home
back.
Show. Leave a like, subscribe, hype the video, leave a comment, tell me how good I am at booking, tell me you love me and you never want me to leave. Even though this is it.
Feed the
After
ego.
WrestleMania, I'm retired from YouTube. So enjoy me while you can. Alright, let's get
There'll
into
be
it.
a post-retirement uploads up until like March,
Yeah.
maybe April.
Nah, I'm gonna do 3 videos a week uploading. It, get it done by Mania. When's Mania? April? Is it late April or
It's
early
like
April this year?
mid-April,
It's mid-April.
19th, 20th,
I think
I
we,
think.
I think we can get it done if I do 3. I'll push it to 4 if I have to. Anyways, all right, we open Raw with me coming out to say, all right, last week was too chaotic for its own good. Nia Jax will be fined for sitting on me, by the way. And she didn't do it in a fun way that adults do all the time. No, the way she did it, she left me bruised with a bruised abdomen and almost cracking my ribs. Now, on to why I'm here right now. As you can see, I have a wall of security here, and they are here to keep the peace between these two individuals who just couldn't keep their hands off of each other last week. First, let's welcome out CM Punk. Punk comes out with Heyman. Once Punk and Heyman are in the ring, Punk says, "What's the matter, boss? Did I cross the line last week with Mox?" Yes, you did. We just got him back, and now he's out again, thanks to you. But now let's bring out his friend, Roman Reigns. Roman comes out, and once he's in the ring, he's handed a mic, but he doesn't say anything. He just stares at Punk. Well, then, now that you're both here, it seems to me that the only way to fix this whole thing, there's only one way to fix this whole thing, and we all know what it is. We need Roman Reigns versus CM Punk, and we need to do it as soon as possible. So that's what we are getting. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk at Fastlane. This is it, gentlemen. No more chaos after this on Raw. You two may now take the floor. They're both quiet, not saying anything until Punk finally says, "Let me guess, you're still mad about your friend. Well, guess what? I told you it was your fault. But let me make one thing clear. This was just a warning. You have no idea what's about to hit you." Roman brings the mic to his face and says, "You don't realize what you've done, have you? You could hurt me all day long and nothing in me will change. But you hurt a person I care about, one that I consider a brother. You can't imagine the things I'm about to do to you. And I can't believe this is going to be a regular match. But to hell with the rules. I'm not about winning this one. It's about hurting you. So I'm not going to get into a fight with you right here right now. I'm going to let you rest because I want you to be at 100%. That way it's that much sweeter when I choke the life out of your eyes." And then Roman just leaves. That's all he had to say. And then we get this number one contenders match for the tag team championships. DIY versus Axiom versus Pretty Deadly. And DIY pick up the victory. Be yourself, can't be no one else. Then we get into my office. I'm waiting there, and finally we see the Undisputed Era come in. Cole says, "What's the word, boss? Why'd you want to see us?" "Ha! Why did I want to see you? Don't play dumb with me, Cole. Which one of you ran over Randy last week?" Whoa. That's a pretty heavy accusation there. Do you have anything to back that claim up? Oh, come on, you can't be serious. No one else would do that to him. Well, I hate to break it to you, but they clearly would because we didn't have anything to do with it. Oh, really? Well, then, I've been given access to the security cameras from last week, and they'll tell me if you did or didn't. But before I comb through all the footage, I just wanted to give you guys a chance to come clean. There would be less consequences that way. So, any takers? No one sees anything, and I finally have to break up the silence with, "All right then, it seems you've made your choices. So I'll update you on Randy. He's going to be able to have the match. He might be less than 100%, but doctors say he can still go." "All right, sounds good, boss. Hope Randy gets well soon." They leave the room while I just say, "What a bunch of jackasses." Then I start looking through the footage, but then Roddy rushes back in and says, "Oh shit, I forgot to ask you. Can I have a match to defend my title on Fastlane? I'd love to buy these new scratchers I saw last weekend at the gas station." "Oh, you want to defend the title?" "Yeah, man, more than anything." "Okay, you can defend the title tonight." "Oh man, what? Come on, man, not tonight at Fastlane." "No, tonight. Open challenge. It's official, or I strip you of your title. Now go." "Man, this sucks," he says as he walks away sad. Then we get the Bellas versus Jada and Bianca. Uh, Jada and Bianca get their revenge as they're able to get their win back off of the Bellas. Let's go. And Bailey is talking to Steph and Lola backstage. "This is perfect. Fastlane is looking up for us. This is it. This is when we're all gonna show the world what we're made of. We're gonna live up to our name. With you guys at my side, I'll win the big one, and with me at your side, you'll win the tag titles. We're gonna have all the gold. I can't believe this is finally happening." "Relax, Bailey," says Steph. "Me and Lola wanted to tell you something. Take it away, Lola." "Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you see, Bailey, we think it would be for the best that we just focused on our match and didn't get distracted trying to help you win." "Wait, what? What are you saying right now?" "Bailey, we're not going to be ringside there for you, and we don't expect you to be ringside for us. We have this. Trust us," says Stephanie. "All right, fine, but you guys better be right about this." And then Roddy is forced to have an open challenge, and Ilya answers, and Roderick wins. Lol. We then cut back to see Roxanne getting interviewed by Jackie Redmond. Jackie asks Roxanne, "So we are so close to seeing another Iron Survivor match. The first one on the main roster. As a former winner of the Iron Survivor match, could you give these competitors any advice on what they can expect?" "Well, Jackie, I didn't just win an Iron Survivors match. I won the first ever Iron Survivor match. And yeah, there's a lot to expect. Expect to be tired if you're one of the first ones in. It's a game of endurance, so I hope you're all doing your cardio. It's tough to be the first two out there, but that's where I want it from. So it gives you more time to rack up the points. It all depends on the circumstances happening in the ring. I think that's what makes this matchup so special." As soon as she's done, Julia walks in a frame and stares her down. She says, "I've also won the Iron Survivor match, and now I'm going to be the first person to ever win too. So Roxanne, as long as we've avoided this battle, you better get ready because I'm winning, and since I won my match last week, I get to choose what number I enter from. And given that I already won it from number 1 before, I'm going to switch it up. This time, I choose number 3." Julia walks away as Rox holds her title a little tighter. And then we get this tag match, Stephanie and Lola Winlaw. Mello is in his locker room, and Theory comes up to him and says, "Nice try the other week, but you just got unlucky that you ran into me on my hot streak year, and I'm cashing in on this at Fastlane, and I'm winning the hell out of the Iron Survivor match. Relax, Theory, you just got lucky on this. I was already hurt going into that match, and besides, I'm the one on the hot streak right now." "Oh, you're on a hot streak right now? Who did you beat this year?" "I've beaten Gunther, Oba, CM Punk, Braun. That's like 3 big names. I beat Roman Reigns twice. I'm the favorite to win this match, and I'm gonna do it again." Theory shakes his head and says, "All right, you got me on the Roman part, but still, I'm gonna leave it all out there. Just try to keep up." Theory leaves and Finn comes in with JD and Shin. Hey man, we wanted to check in on you. Me, Shin, and Rox and JD are all going to Waffle House after this. You coming? Sure. Let's do it. I need to keep my mind off things anyway. Man, Finn, how do you do it? You won the Rumble, and here you are without a care in the world, like you have no pressure on you at all. Well, kid, that's because there isn't any pressure on me yet. After Fastlane, that's when all the attention is going to be turned to me. That's when the lights are going to be the brightest. That's when I'll feel the weight of 100 Earths on my shoulder. But for now, I'm here to get back into my rhythm, to have fun. But next week is a different story. Next week, we start getting ready for war. All of us. This isn't just for me. This is for you guys. The physical and the mental torment they put you through. I have to win for you guys. But we throw that deep in the back of our mind tonight because we're going to stuff ourselves with waffles. So come on, let's go. All right. Go on without me. I'll catch up. Alrighty. You're going to do great things, kid. Just relax, Finn says as the gang heads to the parking lot. And then we get the main event. The end sees Becky going to hit Bliss with a manhandle slam. She hits it. She's about to go for the cover. Bliss is but Nia comes back into the ring. So she doesn't go for the cover. They have a stare off from across the ring. Bliss is laying in the middle. They start circling each other. Finally, Becky rushes and gets flattened. Nia goes for her finish. She hits it. She goes for the pin. One, two. Bliss breaks it up. Nia gets up and is annoyed. She goes for Bliss, but Bliss is quick and trips her. Nia goes face first into the bottom turnbuckle. She gets knocked out. Bliss climbs up to the top rope and hits a twisted Bliss. She goes for the cover. One, two. Becky breaks it up and pulls Bliss up and hits her with another manhandle slam. She goes for the cover, but Bliss rolls out of the ring. So instead, she goes to pin Nia. Cover. One, two. Kick out. She starts getting a desperate look in her eyes. Then she remembers something. She goes to the outside. She gets a steel chair and sets it up in the middle of the ring. She drags Nia up to her feet. Then she goes to hit a manhandle slam onto the chair. She goes for the cover. One, two. Bliss breaks it up. And quickly, Becky gets to her feet. She, uh, Bliss hits her with a Sister Abigail DDT. Becky rolls out. Bliss then decides to climb up to the top. She hits another twisted Bliss on Nia, who is still lying on the chair. Cover. One, two, three. Here is your winner and still the Women's United States Champion, Alexa Bliss. Bliss celebrates as Nia and Becky watch in anger on the outside. She has fireworks going off, but it all gets cut off when we hear it's Tiffy time! Bliss's eyes widen. She turns to the ramp to see Tiffany make her way out. The crowd lets out a massive roar. She makes her way to the ring. Bliss is holding her title tight. Tiffany slowly enters the ring. She has a smile on her face, and we can see her say, "Did you miss me?" Bliss rolls her eyes. She puts on a fake smile. Then she extends her hand out. The crowd is chanting, "No." Tiffany slaps the hand out of the way. Bliss goes for a clothesline. Tiffany dodges. She runs the ropes and hits Bliss with her gymnastics back elbow that she does. And Bliss leaves the ring, but she had dropped her title in the ring. Tiffany looks at it. She slowly approaches it. Bliss is yelling at her to leave it alone. Tiffany picks it up, smiles, and holds it high over her head as we end Raw.
Welcome to SmackDown. This is a March Week 2 episode, meaning that this is the final go-home show before we head into not Backlash, Jesus, into Fastlane.
Damn,
I
we
know what we're
we
doing here.
traveled back in time.
Way back in, that might have been the first pay-per-view. Anyways, this is the go-home show for Fastlane. Let's get into the show tonight. AJ Styles and Ethan Page open the show, and AJ says, "Page, today is a very sad day, and I think we both know why. Unfortunately, you were unable to hold up your end of the bargain with this team and win every match you had leading up to Fastlane. So it's with a heavy heart that I announce the end of the Phenomenal Egos and relinquish the Tag Team Championships. AJ lays the belt on the mat and goes to leave before Ethan stops him. Ethan says, "You know what, AJ? As much as I hate to be losing these titles, I must say what you have become over this past year is a man I can barely recognize anymore. I thought instilling some confidence back into you would be this great moment where the world can see once again how great you are, but I've come to learn that this has been my biggest mistake of my entire career. You have become this asshole who thinks that he is above everyone else, that you can do no wrong. Well, guess what, AJ? You can do wrong. You've wronged me and you've wronged these people. So I may not be 100% right now, but that doesn't mean I can't fight." AJ says, "Ethan, are you trying to pick a fight with me?" Ethan says, "AJ, I'm looking for more than that. Sure, we just vacated these tag team championships, but I'm looking to fill that spot with a brand new title. Yours." AJ looks down and then back at Ethan and says, "Are you serious? You think you can beat me? You can even handle Montez Ford. What chances do you think you have?" Ethan says, "You may think of me as less than you, but if you're even half the man I brought up from the rubble, then you'll put that title on the line against me at Fastlane." AJ says, "Ethan, if you want this so bad, then fine, you got your match. But I don't want to hear no whining when I beat you from pillar to post, because I am the phenomenal king, and you are nothing more than a jester in my kingdom." And AJ walks off. We then come back from commercial to Asuka versus Kairi Sane. The match towards the end dissolves into complete madness. Asuka are just brawling. Io comes out and missile drop kicks both women. Dakota comes out and tries to ease tension, but Io hits her. All four women brawl, and security has to come down and break it all up. So pick whoever. The match just kind of ends in chaos. After that, Jade Cargo comes into the women's locker room and finds Lyra Valkyria. Jade asks Lyra, "How are you doing?" Lyra says she's good, and Jade says, last week when I was leaving the show, I found a black feather in the parking lot, and as I was reviewing the show, I swear I saw some black thing flutter out of the masked person's car." Lyra kind of stumbles over her words as Jade backs her into a corner. Tatum then rushes in and pulls Lyra away and says, "Look, we may not know who the masked person is, but I can assure you that my sweet dove is not responsible." Jade just looks at Lyra and Tatum and says, "Okay. But if I do find out that you are the masked person, Lyra, just understand, hell is waiting for you on the other side." Mercedes is then interviewed about the upcoming women's tag match and her match later tonight against Cora Jade. Mercedes says, "Starting with Cora, we've seen it plenty of times. We're going to go out there. She'll put up the best effort she's ever had, but in the end, I will still win, and I will get my match stipulation against AJ Lee at Fastlane." Now for the women's tag match up next. Honestly, it's quite simple. You see, tonight there's no excuses, no outside interference. Simply put, the best team wins. And we both know who that better team is. Now, if you don't mind, I think our music is playing. And she sends Naomi and Tamina out towards the ring. Towards the end of the match, we see both Tamina and Raquel down in the ring. Both women get over for Raquel tags in Liv just as Tamina is about to tag out to Naomi. Um, just as Tamina is about to tag out to Naomi, Naomi hops off the apron. Tamina questions what Naomi is doing, and she uses the ropes to get up. Once she finally gets up, and gets to her feet, she turns around and gets hit with Oblivion. And Liv covers Tamina 1, 2, 3 as Naomi watches from the outside. Liv and Raquel retain their titles. We then see Charlotte is speaking with Chemical X and asks Tatum if she's 100% sure that Lyra is not the masked attacker. Tatum says, "I know for certain that Lyra would never do something so heinous towards me." Charlotte says, "Okay, well, do we have any other leads? Do we know if Big E has gotten any leads?" All of them shake their heads and Charlotte sighs and says, "Okay, Tatum, you and I are going to team up whilst Gigi and Shotzi team up, and we're going to figure out who this masked attacker is, okay?" They all agree and then move on. Cora Jade is then interviewed about her upcoming match against Mercedes when there's a huge argument going on between Naomi and Tamina in the background. Mercedes is trying to calm tensions and says, "Look, I have a match. Can you two please keep it together for like 15 minutes? When we come back, we'll figure this all out. Can we agree to keep the peace until then?" They agree, and Mercedes storms past Cora and heads towards the ring. And then head out for Mercedes versus Cora Jade. Winner gets this match stipulation. Mercedes wanting a no holds barred match for her and AJ. Cora wanting a submission match between Mercedes and AJ. Despite the backstage conflicts and then the effort put in by Cora, Mercedes just continues to be the person Cora just can't get past. And in the end, we see Cora tap out to the bank statement. Mercedes getting her match at Fastlane being a no holds barred match. We then see Solo Sikoa speak on the U.S. title match at Fastlane between Ricky Saints, Omos, and Jacob Fatu. Solo says, "Ricky and Omos, I can respect a couple of men who go out there every night and try to prove something to the world. But with all the chaos that has surrounded you two, all you've proven to me is that you lack focus. You're too concerned with the other guy to truly take advantage of a situation. So, to me, the outcome at Fastlane will be pretty obvious. Omos and Ricky will get into each other's way, and Jacob will be there to pick up the scraps and retain his United States Championship. Now, the time for speaking is over, and all that's left is the action." Kevin Owens is then interviewed about the upcoming triple threat. Owens says, "Look, I've had plenty of success already in my career, but I know everyone know, but I know and but I know and everyone knows that WrestleMania is right around the corner. So tonight is more or less just a statement match. All three of us looking towards the Iron Survivor because if one of us wins, then we punch our ticket to WrestleMania. Not only are we punching our ticket to WrestleMania, but we're punching our ticket for a world title match at WrestleMania. And I don't know about the other guys, but that sounds pretty good to me. So if you'll excuse me, I have some men I plan on softening up for Fastlane." And Kevin Owens heads towards the ring. We then move into our main event tonight: Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, and Swerve Strickland. During the match, we see Seth Rollins come down to the ring and starts brawling with Swerve, and they brawl through the crowd, leaving just Drew and Kevin left in the ring. Drew is setting up in the corner for a Claymore when Sami Zayn rushes down to the ring, gets up behind Drew on the apron, and low blows Drew. Drew collapses into a seated position in the corner, and Kevin rushes in for the cannonball. He then pulls Drew out and picks him up for the stunner and covers him. 1, 2, 3. Kevin Owens picks up the win. And that is SmackDown leading into Fastlane.
Oh, we did it.